90 Day of Grace. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, guys, I give myself some grace. And man, I'm telling you, I needed that. Ooh. So good morning to all. Good morning. 90 Days of Grace. How are you guys doing? I'm telling you, sometimes you have to give yourself that grace that you need. Have to give yourself that grace that you need so you can always recover. So good morning to one and all. I'm a hot mess. Look at me. So good morning. 90 days of grace. How are you guys doing? You know, we still gotta show up. We take on a challenge, so we have to show up and show up so grace can always be grace. You know, we have to show up. So good morning to one and all. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I got up a little earlier this morning because last night I went to bed very early last night. Yesterday I sat down and I watched a lot of channels yesterday. But then I was just laying down yesterday. As I said, I was in pain yesterday and everything. Still not well, but much better than before. So today's Grace Tuesday, giving grace, giving thanks, thankful that I can be here today. And I want to say big shout out to each and every one of you. Big shout out to all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, the donors, the members. Big shout out to the commenters, the well wishers, the silent partners, just everybody who play a major role in helping Resilient Queen to be here today. You know, thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your kindness. Thank you all for your love. Thank you all for just everything, you know, for your contribution. Thank you for everything, you know, for working with me, helping me, watching my ads, doing what you guys are doing to help support Resilient Queen. I want to say a big thank you to one and all. I just want to get that out there because today is, yeah, I don't know what's happening because today is Grace Tuesday, and in order for me to grow, I have to learn to grow with grace. I have to give myself grace. I can't beat myself up all the time, and I can't expect him to not um go out and do what I gotta do. You know, beating up myself ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Like you said, things not this, thing not. I can't beat myself up. So I want to say, grow with grace this morning. Yes. I don't know what happened to it. So we just have to go with grace and let grace take over. So hope everybody's doing good this morning. You know, I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And before I come on here this morning, I got a notification when I was coming on, and I check out a brother channel there this morning. Okay, he was live. As soon as I got up, I was feeding the kids because I get up and make them breakfast. Okay, and I saw a brother on, and I'm telling you, when you tell yourself that you're going for something, you have to be determined. You have to be determined when you say you're going for stuff. You know, my hair is a hot mess. You have to be very determined when you say you're going out here to achieve your goal or to do anything. You have to have a mindset. And if you don't have that mindset, you can't wait for the world to give you a mindset. It's like waiting for peace. You won't get peace if you sit and wait for peace. But if you want to get peace, you have to learn to create peace. And that start with us, you know. Start with us. So I want to say that I got up and I have to do this before I go any further. And I saw I got the notification and then I sorry, I can push back my thing first. Let me go in here and check out. And when I look, I saw my brother said, the thumbnail said, "Congratulations, you are in the YouTube partnership program." And it just goes to show that when you show up for yourself, others will show up for you. If you can see that, it's going to be a proven fact that once you clock in, others will show up for you. You might not know where they're showing up from, but they will show up. And when I mean show up, you doing something. You're talking about something. You're sharing something. You're motivating somebody. You're uplifting somebody. You're encouraging somebody. You're strengthening other people to say, hey, you can get up, you can clock in, and all these things. So when I see my brother, he live right now too. When I see my brother here, the real Dean. He just got accepted, I think he said yesterday, into the YouTube partnership program. So it goes to show that you're working, but you have to clock in. You know what I mean? You can't just say you're working and you're not doing anything to clock in. You gotta show up for yourself, and people will show up for you. And remember, they said, where two or more are gathered, who is in the midst? God is in the midst. So don't worry about if you don't have the multitude. The multitude will come when the time is right. What you need to do now, you're out in the street, you have to show up, and you can't worry about who not showing up for you and who you're showing up for. You keep showing up, and the Lord will build you your people. He will send you your people. He will send you whosoever he needs to send you, because the mindset that we have, sometimes we have to change it sometimes. All right, so just show up for yourself. So congratulations out there to Real Dean and to everyone else who's working towards a subscriber to get their 1,000 subscribers. Keep working, keep showing up, keep clocking in. Because if you're going to look at YouTube, you got to look at it like a job. You know, I said it a couple weeks ago. This is not a playground, you know. You got to look at it. You got to take it serious, yeah? You know, sometimes you're going to have hiccups because you don't understand certain things are so, but still show up. You know what I mean? One day things will work out for you when you keep showing up. Your mindset will start to what they call it, generate new ideas, new way of doing stuff, new this, new that. And then you will be surprised to know that, hey, I didn't know how to do this, but how come I get it now? You don't hear about that. The Lord is always working, you know. So just keep showing up. Keep putting out what you need to put out. Don't just show up, but putting out what you need to put out. You don't know who home you're gonna be entering to. You don't know who need to hear your message that day or anything. You know what I mean? Just keep showing up and do the best you can for yourself. I know my hair. I was gonna wash my hair this week, but I didn't feel good, so you haven't washed it yet. So, but you keep showing up for yourself, and you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. You know. So don't give up, family. I know a lot of us out here we're working, and we have to keep a positive mindset. You know, if you don't keep that positive mindset, and remember now, you know your negative thoughts gonna come, but you can't always dwell on the negative thought because they're not gonna help you. All right, I put on a dress because I know sometimes people don't like to look at no black screen. You know what I mean? They just looking at a black screen, they get frustrated at times, you know. So I put on my dress. So good morning to one and all. You're going to have on a dress this morning. So they have cartoon in there. So yes, man. So I was saying that we have to show up for ourselves, you know. And by showing up, you'll be surprised who willing to show up for you. You know what I mean? So can't be worried about anything. You just gotta show up, you know. So good morning to one and all. I don't know. Sit at the wrong spot. I'm sitting in my kids' room. Sitting at the wrong spot. So good morning to one and all. Hopefully you all are doing amazing and everything. So good morning. Hopefully everybody doing good, good, good. I'm feeling much better than past few days. You know, yesterday was mostly wanna lay down in pain and everything. So I rest, get up back. You know, cause they say you gotta take time to heal and give yourself grace. You know, sometimes we don't want to give ourselves grace. We want to beat ourselves up and not realizing sometimes all we need to do is just give ourselves a little grace, give ourselves time to rejuvenate and come back. All right. So today is the 90-day challenge, and I just wanted to shout my brother, Real Dean, out there. Congratulations, my brother, there for being accepted into the YouTube partnership program. And the sky is the limit for everyone. So don't feel like the sky is not the limit. The sky is the limit. You know what I mean? And even when you reach the sky, you still got other works to do. So you just keep putting out the work out there. Let me see. Okay, today is the 29th. So for everybody who's having a birthday this morning or anything, I want to say happy birthday to you all. And the greatest gift you can ever have or you will ever receive is life. Greatest gift, no matter what, you know. So big shout out to each and every one. Big shout out. We have a whole lot going on in the state of Michigan. So my heart and prayers goes out to all those grieving families that are out there right now, grieving, and so forth. So my heart and prayers, thoughts going out to all those people. So let's see what the message is for today. It said July 29. It said, "Come to me continually. I am meant to be the center of your consciousness, the author of your soul." And I always call him the author of my life. "Your mind will wander from me, but the question is how far you allow it to wander." See, you know our mind gonna wander. He know our thoughts gonna be shifting sometime. But he say how far? Yeah. He said, but the question is how far you allow it to wander. I remember recently I was talking about mindset. Is when you let it go too far, then you have no correction to get. Because you let it go on too far. An anchor on a short rope lets a boat drift only slightly before the taut line tugs the boat back towards the center. Similarly, as you drift away from me, my spirit within you gives a tug. And do you notice how we use an example of a boat? Because I think recently, 2 days ago or so, I was talking about something and I said, sometimes people will say, but oh, we're talking about this, but how does this relevant to what we're talking about? But did you see how we did this right here? This person who wrote this book, even though they quote the scripture from the Bible, he said, "An anchor on a short rope lets a boat drift only slightly before the taut line tugs the boat back towards the center." And then he says, "Similarly, as you drift away from me, my spirit within you gives a tug, prompting you to return to me. As you become increasingly attuned to my presence, the length of rope on your soul's anchor is shortened. You wander only a short distance before feeling that inner tug, telling you to return to your true center in me." And you see, and that's why you see a lot of people will always say, when we in situation and it causes you to step out of character or so, and this goes to anybody. It doesn't matter if you are respectful or anything. Once something happened and you stepped out of line and you caught yourself within the situation, say, why am I, stepping out of line or behaving a certain way or so, then you catch back yourself and get right back in line. And it take people who understand that they stepped out of line, because you got to know when you stepped out of line to say yes, it is true. And you say it right here, you come right back. So you stepped out of line sometimes and you come right back, because sometimes you have to step out of line to address some things that is not going good in your life. You will know what that is, but you don't want to dwell on it. You just have to come right back as soon as you stepped out and you're aware. He said just shorten. So you come right back attuned to my presence. So you see how he works, because he know we gonna have ups and down in life. He knows some things are gonna come, and he know our mind is gonna wander. He know the struggles we're gonna face. But he said as soon as we become aware, things can happen. WNC, he said, how are you? He said, WC is here again. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Thank you all so very much. And congratulations for being the top one fan. Congratulations. So this is taken from Hebrews 6 verse 19 and 1 John 2 verse 28 and Matthew 22 verse 37. So you see, he said, come to me continually. So in everything we're doing, we have to go to him daily. And that's why he give us 7 days of the week. Congratulations, WC. You have to go to him daily so he can work on what he need to work on to help us get back on tune with him, as he talk about the boat here. when the boat start to drift and stuff. So he said, your mind will wander from me. But the question is how far you allow it to wander. And a lot of time I can attest to myself that sometime I'll be sitting down and my mind would be wandering away, thinking about a lot of stuff. It could be anything, maybe the bills, the car that is giving trouble, anything, the children, whatever their needs are, and I don't think I can meet their needs at this current moment. Or so your mind start to wander. But as soon as you become aware that your mind is drifting or your mind is wandering, you have to get back in tune. He say, as you become increasingly attuned to my presence, the length of rope on your soul's anchor is shortened. You wander only a short distance before feeling that inner tug. So you only wander for a short period of time. And that's the good. Just don't let it wander for too long, because then you have a problem there now. It's hard to catch. I mean, it's like they said, early detection prevent a lot of stuff. Yesterday I was watching the news, even this morning I was watching, because I didn't come on last night because I was asleep. I was searching watching up some videos, and then I went to my bed. And when I get up this last night before I go to bed, I was watching the news, and I see this football, and you'll be saying, but all these people are physical and they're active, they shouldn't have certain sickness. And he said he found out like 3 months ago that he was diagnosed with cancer. Good thing he's free from his cancer. They get it under control right away. And he said, you know what? He encouraging every man, everybody to go get checked. If you think something ain't right with you, go get checked. Don't wait, because now he's free from the monster that wanted to become a plague in his life. He's free from that. So early detection in anything we're going to do, even when our minds start to wander, early detection, because when we start to focus and pay attention and everything, early detection will help us capture what we need to capture. But the longer our mind or our soul, or we let sickness or anything wander in our life, then it's going to be harder. It's like you say, I need to leave, I need to leave, and you just keep telling yourself you need to leave, but you're wandering too long. Sometimes you just need to get up and go. But the more you tell yourself you need to leave, but you're not doing anything, then the more you entrap yourself into a situation that you don't even know the outcome of. You might have an idea because he give you a glimpse of the future. And you sometimes your thought process, you think it out, but you say, oh, I need to this, I need to that, but you're not doing anything. You just keep saying it and not doing it, and then you realize sooner or later your mind wander gone already, and it's too late when you're ready to say, I need to get out. Too late sometimes. Okay, you let it go on for too long. And that's why you see we have to catch things right there and then, what I mean, and speak your mind right there and then. You say, I'm here, I'm just taking a break. That's all right. I understand, WC. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know. So big shout out to each and every one. Big shout out to all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, the top fan for today's WNC, right? So big shout out. You can go check my brother out here. He have a YouTube channel, so you can go check him out as well. And for everybody, just keep clocking in and showing up for yourself. All right. Once you're showing up, he will send his people to show up for you. All right, so don't worry yourself. You just gotta clock in, And when you clock in, don't just say, "Oh, nobody's not here," so you're not gonna say anything. You show up. Your video is gonna be out here when the right time comes. As they have a songwriter say, "When the right time come." So when the right time come, people will show up for you. All right, but if you don't clock in, then people have nothing to clock into. You understand? It's like you say, you don't showing up because nobody on here, and then a lot of people get discouraged because they expect the multitude all the time. The multitude is not going to come by you all the time. So even if you get off live and you see 2,000 people was watching, doesn't mean the next day 2,000 people going to watch you. Just what I'm saying? But because it's not every day is the same thing. But still show up. Don't be discouraged because you so accustomed to certain number of your life that you don't willing to make adjustment. You're always going to make adjustment as long as you're in this life or on this planet. Sometimes even in real life jobs, 9 to 5 job, people take a paycheck cut when business go under, about to go under, and it's man say on the way to stay afloat is to take a paycheck cut or you lose your job. Either they cut you from the payroll or you take the lesser check, either or. And if you have family to take care of or so, you might have to just either you walk away if you can't find another job, or you take your pay cut, so at least you have try an option to do what is best for you. So sometimes I want to encourage people that even if you showed up and you always get say 10, 20 people or 30, 40 people or 2,000, 3,000 people in your life, and you show up one day you don't see anybody, still do your work. A businessman that is out here and start a business, he may flourish today with bomb rush of people certain time of the month, but then certain time of the month he's not having that flock of people. Or certain times in the week he might flock with people, and then certain times in the week he don't have that. But did he close his business down? Did he not show up? Did he still not out there and cook the food the way he's normally cook? You see what I'm saying? So you still have to come out here and show up and do what you can do the best way you can. That video will be out there. That live you're going to do will still be out here 10, 15 years, however years you're on YouTube streets. It will be out there. So even if you don't gain attraction today, that video is going to generate attraction over the course of a time. The lifetime it's going to be on YouTube. Yeah, as long as it's out there. So you gotta bear these things in mind. I'm just letting you all know that sometimes when you show up and you say, but there's nobody showing up for you, you can't have those kind of mindset, because those are failure mindsets. Show up with grace, show up with mercy, show up with some thankfulness in you for the people that is already here. And show and say thank you to the people who's gonna watch the replay, because that's why they have a button called replay. And that's one of the greatest thing they ever did. Can you imagine if if YouTube didn't put a button called replay? Then that's when you probably would be saying, Lord, I want to come on here because so and so. But you gotta show up. You gotta clock in. Once you clock in and you make your video, you post it out there or so. Maybe tomorrow or a few days later, somebody say, you know what, I have a check on Resilient Queen in our. Let me go check. They're gonna go straight to your page and go check out your content, see what you post. They might not tarry long because they might not interested in what you did, but that doesn't mean they didn't stop and take a look. You don't have to they don't have to announce who they are. They just stop and take a look. So I don't want people to feel discouraged because you're used to certain number, and then when the number drop or anything, you still don't want to post or you still don't want to show up. Show up. That is showing you that challenge is in everything you're gonna do. You understand? Whether you like it or not, this is clear indication that life is a ups and down roller coaster. And if you don't continue to show up for yourself, who you think gonna show up for you? Nobody ain't gonna clock in for you. People gonna clock their number in, not for you. But once you show up, people will clock in for you. So don't be discouraged. Still do what you gotta do. If you come today and say, I'm talking about grace and how I was, exhausted, tired, and burdensome. But today I take the time to rest and, grow with little grace. You can't beat yourself up all the time, because all you need sometimes is rest. Sometimes your body tell you when you need rest, and it just let you say, hey, you can't move from here because I'm going to put you right back there because you need some rest. How many of us body ever do us like that, where you want to move and every time you try to move, your body just telling you, no, not yet, not yet. You need a few more hours of rest. And you have to take that few more hours of rest. As your eyes going to be charging on you. Okay. And once your eyes charging, then you're going to go to sleep. Your eye is not afraid to fall asleep anywhere, even if you're sitting in the chair. Your eye is going to fall asleep. Your eyes are not afraid to tell you, baby love, you need to go get some rest. All right. So don't worry. You just got to get your rest. Come back with grace and mercy and thankfulness, and a peaceful mindset, and go out there and do what you got to do. Show up. All right. Your videos is out there. It will be out there. Somebody want to take the time to look at your video. They will. So, because I've seen a lot of people when they get the big numbers, and tomorrow, just remember tomorrow is a different day. What is prepared for today is not what prepared for tomorrow. Every day is, you have 7 days of the week. And I'm here to tell you guys, 7 days of the week. Make use of all the 7 days of the week. Show up. All right. Whatever you're working on, you gotta show up. It don't require you to show up um what 24 hours in a day. Don't require you to show up all the 24 hours in the day. But you show up the best way you can and do what you gotta do. And even if it's you alone and your life, I'm telling you, keep showing up and you will see the Lord send his people to help you out. Eh? If ever one he sent, two people, three people, whosoever he sent, that's his people. Why you think they're not numbered? They are numbered. All right. So don't think they're not numbered because you're waiting on the multitude. No, the Lord tests us in ways that we have to learn to satisfy with what he gives to us. And a lot of us, we're not satisfied with seeing one person, two people, three people, four people, five. We gotta satisfy with them, because how you think your breakthrough gonna come? If you're not satisfied with what you have at the bottom, how you gonna satisfy with the multitude when you can't even appreciate the little that you have? We have to learn to appreciate the little that we have. That you have, when you sometimes you don't see any people much, and then when you come off alive, you see 15 people, and you say, but wait, you only see two, you only see three, however you see, right? But those are the people who want to be in presence. But what about the silent partners? Eh? What about the people who are, we mean you well, but they're in the background and doing what they gotta do and holding it down? There's some of them might just click in, click out, and head out, but at least they stop. A stop sign, you don't stop there for long, right? It's if you have a car behind you, what the car going to blow is on, tell you to get out the way. You're there too long. You know what I mean? So you just think about sometimes people can't tarry all the time. People gotta spread their wings. And I strongly believe in, when you spread your wings, it's like go and travel the world. When you travel the world and you come back, you more to appreciate people around you than when you're just stuck in an environment where you don't go nowhere, you don't know nothing about the world, you just know about where you at. Then it's harder for you to appreciate others, and it's harder for you to accept how people do things, and it's harder for you to even challenge yourself, because you're saying, oh well. No, all you need to do is have an open mind and start to do what is right by doing, showing up for yourself, putting out your content, or so 10, 15 years from now, that content won't have 0.00 nobody. I guarantee you that. If even one person the Lord gonna put in there to count that, to make that number up from zero. So great, when you grow with grace, you gonna see result later. Everything not happen overnight. Especially if you don't have a 5-star content, or you're not talking about anything that is, what you call it, quote unquote, 100% interesting or something. So those content will take a little longer time to marinate in the air, you know what I mean? But they're in the air already. You clocked in, you put them out there. But I believe we have to be thankful for everything. The little that he gives to us now, we have to be thankful for it. Because when we are not thankful, he can't give us the multitude that he wants. He want to hand us something, but he can't hand it to us because we're not grateful. We're not thankful because we worried about nobody here. What do you mean? A few people here, that's people here. So when you disown the little you have, then it's harder for you to accept the big ones. Because then he might just send a bomb rush of people. And then when he send a bomb rush of people, you storm out, because, or you stall because you have nothing to say, because you're shocked to see so many people. No, you get ahead of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes he give you, he know what we want. And he know to build us. He know that we have to start from somewhere. You understand? And when you learn to start from somewhere, it is better for you to move forward, because he know we need to start from somewhere. A lot of us, we don't want to start from somewhere little. You gotta learn. Sometimes you go up in the multitude and then you see your count drop back down. But same way, you still gotta keep going. If you're not going, listen, everybody that is showing up for you, they will show up in due time. Me, I like to say 365 days in the year. And if you don't show up today, whenever time you show up, you are welcome and you are free to do so. Because by the end of the day, people got stuff outside of YouTube, which is outside of Resilient Queen that they got to do. Plus, a lot of people know that you will be visiting around. They have their own channel, they have their own things to do, and they only can get around to you when they can. And that's why they have a button called replay. Nothing wrong with replay. Because if replay button wasn't there, then you would have been mad as hell. But you don't need to be mad. That's why he make things easy. That means people can come and rewatch, watch a replay. I have many people reach out to me in my comment and said, "Hey Queen, I'm here watching your replay," or so. You see what I'm saying? So it just goes to show that you gotta just show up. If I didn't clock in, nobody would be able to tell me, "Hey Queen, I'm here watching your replay." Nobody wouldn't tell me that. You see what I'm saying? You said the hearts are from me. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, W. Wincy. And congratulations for holding down the top one spot. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? So show up for you guys self and don't worry about the number that God gave you. Don't worry about the people that showed up for you. They showed up because they want to show up. They have the time that they can spare a few minutes to show up for you. Be thankful for them. Appreciate them. Like we said, we big shout out to the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, the subscribers, everybody, the viewer, everybody that is holding it down. The silent partners, we have to big up to them because when you come off alive, you like right now, I see two people on here, but when you come off alive, that's not what the analytics is telling me. You see what I'm saying? So at the same time, you have to be grateful, and for all the people who come and go, I'm grateful for all of you. However long you come in, what they call it, you chip in, you chip out. I am grateful for you all because without you all, I would not be right where I am at. Synapback Vibe say, greetings, Queen. Greetings, how are you? Congratulations for the top 2 spot. Congratulations. You know what I mean? So showing up. And don't worry about numbers. Number do fluctuate. Even the economy fluctuate. Today you have a steady economy and then tomorrow it might not so well. Even gas price fluctuate. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So why you think our life don't go like that? You know what I mean? So we have to learn to just do what we're doing and tie things into everyday life. Every day you don't get up and eat the same food. You know what I mean? Every day you get up, you just eat the same thing. Oh no, I would be Clyde. You know what I mean? So show up and do what you gotta do. Once you clock in, your content is out there. Once you show up and you clock in and you create what you need to create, if it's 2 person here or whoever much people in your life, please appreciate them. Because when we don't appreciate the little, it's harder when the big come. Because now you get overwhelmed. Oh, look at all these people, my Lord. And then you forgot what you were talking about because you get high over heel. No, you have to be grateful for everything. The steps that you climb to get there is the little people that was there for you. You have to appreciate them. So when you get to big steps, you know how to embrace the big step. Yeah, you can embrace the things that are now going to make you huge and famous and all excited and everything. But what about the little people? You say yes, numbers are up and down. Yes, man, numbers do fluctuate. But because we can't worry about numbers, we just have to keep going. You know what I mean? Talk, use them. If you come on today and say, okay, I'm going to tell people clock in. I'm going to tell people show up. They got to show up. You know what I mean? They will show up. You know? Just remember. But if you clocked in and worried that, hey, nobody not here. Yes, man, people are here. They might not be the number that you want. Are you looking for? Are you so hard, so desire to deliver? Deliver. And not because it's a small number. Deliver. Because a lot of people will look and say, oh, but I don't have anybody here, so what I want to say, I can't say. No. That's when you get the chance to be you. You ever go into a presentation and they said you were going to have like 30 people there to present something to, and then when you go in there and everything, you only see what, 5 persons. Yes, your spirit may be damper a little bit, But that's the time you should be telling yourself. I listen to a lot of motivational speaking. They say sometimes they go out to do motivational speaking and the persons told them that XYZ was supposed to be there. But when they got to the venue, that's not the amount of people that they told them that would be there. It's less. And they said, you know what? I think this is a time for me to be comfortable in speaking and mastering the art of speaking more fluently, more accurately, and be more comfortable within myself and within my skin to know that, you know what? I don't care how many people are here today. The number is right because I am going to deliver, and you got to deliver. Deliver the work that you had. If you say you were going to deliver something, deliver it. Don't say because they're not here today what you want to say. You're not going to say, because you might say tomorrow, you try to say tomorrow, and still nobody not here but the number that God wants you to have. You know, come to my page and I will get you a link because I can't get in there. Oh, oh, who you talking to? Oh, okay. Yes, man. Yes, snapback vibes. You gotta show up. Yes, man. You show up same way and deliver. So even if you said you're gonna encourage somebody, the videos is gonna be out there for however long out there in the YouTube streets. The video is still gonna be out here. You know, couple months back, what, one day last week, I saw a video when I was working at the restaurant there, and nobody was there showing up, and I showed up and I said, man, I got bills to pay. I can't clock out now. So I stayed and do my thing and everything. And when I get off that live that night, I can't remember how many people were on there. But I look at the video the other day and I saw that video is doing very well. You know what I mean? Very well. It's not a whole lot of viewers on there, but he had 600 or something attraction already. So it just goes to show that even you might do a video now or a live and you don't really have anybody there. But let me tell you something. You got you and the people that need to be there within that time frame. God made no mistake, family. He made no mistake. And he know that our mind is gonna wander, but we still have to come back to reality. All right? And show up and do what we gotta do and still deliver. Still deliver. Yes, sometimes you might prepare in real life when you're going for a presentation, you might prepare. You say, I've been to your second channel. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Talking to WC. You say I learn a lot from you, Queen. Thank you, Snapback Vibes. Thank you. And I also learn a whole lot from you as well. You know what I mean? With your biblical principles and all these things, the upliftment and so forth, the encouragement. But so we just have to show. We all each what they say, each one teach one, we all learn from each other. I learned from a lot of people on these streets, you know what I mean? Lot. He said, yes, she is a very good friend to have. I've always been here for her. Thank you, WC. Thank you. And you know what? I'm so proud of WC too. He be going at it now. I'm so proud of you. You know what I mean? You be going at it now, and that's the greatest thing of life is that you're showing up for yourself now and you're in a better place where you can tell yourself that all you gotta do is, if you say you're gonna talk about life, talk about your life. If you're gonna talk about wow, how you get here or whatever, and you're showing up for yourself. I'm so proud. Queen knows she's my YouTube family. So bless up yourself, man. Appreciate and congratulations, WC still holding the number one spot. Congratulations. So she showing up for yourself. It's gonna be when you show up for yourself, you don't know who's gonna show up for you. But just showing up will help you because you're clocking in. It's like a businessman. He opened his door. All right, he said he goes to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Just use 9 o'clock. And he opened his door. He don't know what time of the day he's gonna get his first customer. You see what I'm saying? He don't know. But he know he said he gonna open his door 9 o'clock. He opened his door 9 o'clock. He get in, he start to rearrange stuff, maybe turn on the cash register, plug in the devices, whatever need to be shuffle up. Maybe if he need to balance out a book, a checkbook, or anything. He don't know what time of the day he gonna get his first customer. But he know that once he get his first customer, then he know that a few more will come and a few more will come. They might just come in to probably grab a coffee, or they come in to grab a donut, or they come in to grab some gas, whatever it is, and they hop out, but they don't tarry because it's a business. You know what I mean? You come in, you keep going. People come in, they keep going. You know what I mean? So you have to show up. You say, Queen, why you not my friend? Of course, ain't that on your channel? I can never see your when I've tried to find your channel, these channel. Remember I talked to you about that before? I can't find that channel, but I'm on your Snapback channel. WNC, I haven't made up my mind. I am going to reclaim everyone that YouTube took from me. You say you're gonna reclaim everyone that YouTube took from you? That's all right, just keep going. That's all you gotta do is just keep going. Oh, Snapback vibe say. Oh, send an emoji. Is that I don't know what kind of emoji is that, but I know it's one of those heart emojis. Yes, man. So showing up for ourselves, family, and grow with grace and take our time to do what we gotta do same way. You know what I mean? Because if we don't show up, are we not putting out no content? How you gonna expect somebody to show up for you? You know, it's like as I said, like a business. You don't open your door. You don't know if you're gonna make $2 today. Sometimes people go to the place and you don't show up, and then people, if they have your number, they call and say, "Where you at? Ain't you coming to work today?" So and so, because they want something, and you know, sometimes when you don't show up, that's when somebody willing to have the time to watch you and make sure everything good. He said, I will make mistake. I said, I have made up my mind to reclaim those one that YouTube took from me. Oh, okay, that's nice. All right. He said, I'm teasing you, girl. You know we have been rolling since last year. Yes, man. Last year was the roller year. We rolling up till this blessed day. You know what? And we come a long way. We all come a long way on these streets because things that were in the barriers that was set so high and that seemed like it couldn't be broken. You know, people are growing, people are learning more, people are evolving more. The mindset of us are so unique and different that things that people couldn't crack in years, things that people were struggling for so long. The younger YouTube streets are not like that. You know, the older YouTuber street, meaning like in my age category, could be struggling with technology wise because not everybody, you know, learn to use the technology like that, you know. But it just show how people are cracking these codes. And when I mean cracking the codes, I mean showing up, doing what they gotta do, come out with their content, keep the camera rolling, and do as much as they can to better themselves and show people that all we gotta do is be consistent, have an open mind, go for what we want. You say thank you, Queen. Respect WNC. Every time you say yes, man. Thank you. You say number one. Yes, man, you're still the number one. All right. I like how you crown yourself. In these streets that I play, you know. So things that was seem so difficult and hard, you know what I mean, is no longer as hard as it used to be. I remember I think last year, the year 2024. Yeah, 2024. I think they were saying YouTube is on easy mode. But I wouldn't even say it's on easy mode. It's people learning and studying more, people more focused, people more alert to say, why is this like this? I need to get up here and I need to get in line. I need to do this. I need to do that. You know, people start to pay attention, and the younger generation now are starting to say, hey, I think I'm interested in doing this. I want to do this. You know what I mean? And what we tell ourselves is what we're putting out there. And we're putting something on there. Even as I said, everybody not going to have a 5-star content. You know what I mean? But just showing up for you are so you don't know what's gonna work for you because you're the algorithm. You don't know how the algorithm is gonna work for you. If you don't show up, then you're not counting in the algorithm. But you show up, then the algorithm is gonna be generating for you. You know what I mean? Because you're showing up. It might not generate you the way you would want it to, but the more you show up, it's better for you. You know what I mean? The more you put work out there, it's better for you. However way you can put the work out there. You know, if you're a person want to put your shorts out there, put out a bunch of shorts out there. You're a person who just want to put videos out there. You don't want to be on camera. Put out your videos, just schedule them and put them out. Even from the other day, I'll be scheduling some shorts and putting it out there. But I see the YouTube. I don't know if a YouTube is sending out the videos before time. So I noticed a few, cause saw a few videos I that come out before was supposed to come out. They were scheduled, but they come out. I don't know why they come out that time. They come out, even the birthday videos are so. They were supposed to come out on the 4th of August and they end up come out before. And I'm like, I still can't see how that come out that time when I click on the 4th and set up everything. But it just goes to show how life is. You know what I mean? But as long as you put it out there, it's out there. It clock out there. There's no more changing. You know what I mean? It's out there. So don't think that you must sit here and not word and teach teach what you gotta teach. Show up. As soon as you turn on the camera, people will show up. You're your first person that showed up. It's like the man that running his business. If he don't open that door, he's the first person to show up. The man that opened his door is the first person to show up. The only difference is he's not buying anything from the store because he's the one running the store, but he's selling something, right? And he have to open the door in order for others to come in. So if you don't open your door and stuff like that, turn your camera on and everything, you don't know who gonna show up for you. So you have to turn the camera on. He said, all my friends are monetized and I have been laying back in the cut, but I will be monetized soon and I will show my support for all of you. Yes, WNC, you just keep going, keep going. Your number will be called. You just have to get serious about it, and you just have to tell yourself you're not gonna worry about nothing, and you're gonna focus on who is in front of you. Meaning that if one person show up, two persons show up, whosoever show up, those are the people in front of you that say, hey, you're on live, I see you live, I'm here to support you. Appreciate those people. Don't wait for the multitude or anything. And when you start your camera, you're there. Keep the ball rolling. Keep talking upliftment, positive stuff, mind frame, and everything, and going forward. And people will show up for you. They will definitely show up for you. And mind you, the Lord make no mistake. Mankind, we do make mistake. He don't make no mistake. But once we start to change our mindset, change our perspective in life, people will show up. And then we have a community now where you have a lot of people in working towards watch time, working towards subscribers and all these things. So they have to, sometimes when you showing up, they are showing up. You understand? So you can expect them to always be there for you. But they will come. People come and go. I like to tell people it's 365 days in the year. I'm not expecting you to always say that you're going to show up every time I show up. No, I'm not expecting that. You know? Yes. Sit over there. Turn that down. I'm not.
I did turn it down.
What?
I turned it down.
No, you did not turn it down. You need to turn it down. I mean? So you got to show up for yourself and don't give up. Don't give up, family. Everybody are finding a way to say they got to do this and do that. And you see your intuition, it's not going to lead you wrong. If you get up today and your voice say to you, turn your camera on. It's a good reason why it's telling you to turn your camera on. You might wondering, why is it telling me to turn my camera on? And then sometimes you will say, but I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But you'll be surprised after you pray and everything. He just give, sometimes it's one word he give you. And he know that you're creative, so you can build around that one word. He know that you can use your common sense knowledge and talk about stuff, especially if you didn't research anything, or if you want, you can research to add to the common sense knowledge that you're gonna have. I mean, I call it common sense knowledge the experience that you already have about the particular topic or subject or the matter at hand that you wanna address or talk about or discuss or so forth. You know what I mean? And then if you want, you can find research and get more upliftment to share and stuff if you want, or you just want to free flow it where it's just your opinion or something. But if you want to add facts to it, then you can go ahead and add your facts to it, but you have to do your research in order to get your facts. You know what I mean? You have to do your research. So I just say go, you have to show up. But if you don't show up, you won't have none of that. You know, because when you look at YouTube right now, YouTube is gonna become the new way of doing business, doing a lot of stuff, you know, the social media platforms. And, you know, with YouTube now, YouTube gonna help a lot of mothers too that are struggling to find daycare, or when I mean daycare, like can work because their children needs to. He say yeah, it helps to go live. Yes man, when you go live, you know, you get interaction, you can interact with people from all walks of life, and you can just sharing your knowledge and thoughts, and some people just there listening to you, you know. You took the word right out of my mouth. Yes man. All right, hi dear friend, enjoy with Naomi. How are you? Greetings, how you doing? How you doing? Congratulations to all the top fan this morning. Greetings to all the likers, the shares, and the commenters, and the well wishers, and to everybody. Greetings to you all. Bless up, manners, love, and respect to one and all. But just keep showing up for yourself. Yes, your speech is kind of weird, Queen. I can't hear you. It's muffled. Probably it's the internet, because the internet be acting up for lately. You know, the internet be frying lately. A lot of your words are not coming out clear. It's like muffled. Oh wow. Probably I'm talking too slow, too low, not slow, too low. Probably. Yes, ma'am. But you show up for yourself and do what you have to do. Because I'm saying, when you look at business, if a man don't open his door, he won't know who's gonna come in. He don't know if he gonna make sale today. He don't know if he gonna make a profit or anything. You know what I mean? So you gotta show up. Yes, man. You say your time coming to you. You gotta be patient and work hard to become monetized. I have been going lava a whole lot since June. Yes, man. Work hard, and your hard work do pay off. You say, how are the boys? The boys are doing good. One just come in here and say, Mama, I found you. Next week I am gonna go live every day again. Yes, snap back. Just the next week, every day you have to beat the book. Every day you gotta beat the book. Yes, man. And say in June I was going live sometime twice a day. Yes, man. That's what I did. I was going live at least what 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Sometime I come on 30 minutes, 1 hour, and just come on if every 1 hour or so and just clock it in, you know. He said chicken and banana, he's funny. Yeah, man. He still love it too, chicken and banana. He said, I found you. Yes, man. He found you. He said, Mommy, I found you. He right behind me. He don't leave me out. But the big one is still sleep. I fed him some cereal. Still sleep in a few minutes. Um, I'm gonna go get them ready to take him to his game today and stuff like that. You always ain't gonna lie when I was oh all right, sit up. All right, all right. Yes, man. So you see, in life you gotta just show up. You know, showing up for yourself and going out there. So I was saying that even with mothers, you say, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to give up my number one spot now and call it a night. Good night to you. Good morning in WC. You look like you in another country. It was good to see you. I will see you. So peace, my blessing. All right, WNC. Thank you for stopping by, and you keep going. WC. I will put your playlist on some of the time and run it and some because I don't like to leave the playlist on when I'm not here because it keep locking me out and telling me when I come back. Or do you want to still run this thing here? So that means if however long it will run for an hour, and then however long after that it telling you that you have to hit yes to continue play the playlist. So I like to just sit down when I'm here, put it in the background, and then let it run that way because then I can check. That's what I used to say when I work overnight, Queen. Oh, when you work overnight, you don't know the day from the you don't know the day from the what you call it, you don't know the night from the day. Oh, yes, man. I get up sometime I forget the day, but I just know I'm in the day, but I forget the day. You see, sometimes I have to scroll my thing down here and check it. Even this morning I had to check. I said, wait, which part of the morning is this? He said, my daytime was my nighttime. Yes, yes, because in the day you would sleep when you work at night. Boy, I know those nights were, they call it a graveyard shift. Those were the real graveyard shift for real. I don't know why they call it that, but that's a real graveyard shift. So big shout out to everybody who do the graveyard shift on their way home, to go get take care of their children, or if you don't have no kids, you go on their way home to go clean up, take care of your dog, whatever it is, check on your family and get some rest and wash and cook. Or I know you ain't gonna cook now, you probably grab something on your way to go home.
Mama, you read the table here. We want that table.
Okay, put it in the bin.
No, we can buy them more.
You can buy some more. You act like you got money. Nope, you can buy some more. So whatever you guys gotta do to show up and do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? And everybody working for what's you gotta go hard now. You know what I mean? You gotta go hard because a lot of people turn that down. A lot of people are coming more and more on YouTube now. So, you know, the wings are spreading. So you have to show up. And if you notice sometimes you go live, tons of people are live. I remember I have a device and I had to put people in the background. Even yesterday when I was alive, I had like few people in different device playing in the background. Yes, man, I had people yesterday playing in the background, you know. And I'm telling you, because you have a lot of people showing up. This the best time to get it while the children out of school, because they be all in your page. Yes, man, they be all up in there. And I'm telling you, they're not easy. You know what I mean? Especially the little one. The big one is not so much of the camera thing. He will be in there when he wants to. If I'm doing a dance, then he might walk in, you know. Like the other day, I was at my elderly church brother house and we were coming down and we were doing this dance. I turned the camera on to do the dance. He was walking down the steps, so I put the camera down. And all he did was walk back up in the camera. And then when he walked back up in the camera, I tried to get him to dance and he wouldn't, so he was just there smiling until the last half. I said hold his hand again and he ready to dance again. You know, he's the dancer. I think he gonna be a dancer because he likes to dance. As soon as he hear music, he start to dance. We have a neighbor that used to play music a lot. And as soon as he hear, he said, "Mommy, listen, listen." When he was younger, the music playing and he ready to dance. You know, he's a dancer. And that's who I am when I hear music. I want to dance too. Not all the time, depending on where I'm at. The setting also. I want to move my body too, you know. But that's how life is. You know, why? The sun is out today. We're having a beautiful day today. So we haven't been outside since Friday. Enjoy with Naomi. Congratulations for the top 3 spot. WNC for holding down the top 1 spot, and Snapback Vibes are holding down the number 2 spot. So all the top 3 fans are here. Big shout out to all of you. Enjoy with Naomi, Snapback Vibes, and WNC, right? Big shout out to all of you. And for everybody working for their watch time, their subscribers, keep going. And also for your shorts, if you're working for subscribers, put out some shorts, or so your shorts can also help you, you know what I mean, to reach that milestone. You just gotta keep going, keep showing up for yourself, you know, and do what you gotta do. My dearest queen, thank you, you're welcome. You say you are funny. Yes, you know, bad vibes, you know, you gotta push you out there, man. You gotta push, you gotta work. You know, put out some shorts out there if you're working. Like you're a young YouTuber, you just come out. You gotta tap into shorts, videos, live, or if you have good content that you don't have to do no shorts, then you can do your videos and your live. You know what I mean? But if you don't got that kind of content, like those good 5-star content, like people can bench watch as a movie, you have to balance yourself with your shorts, your videos, and your live. You're gonna have to. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that 5-star to I know I don't got no 5-star yet. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of things to work on, you know? You say you are so funny, lovely queen. Yes, man, you gotta go out there, you gotta do something. You know, because what the short does, you can play the recommended music that recommend for you or so forth, and you can showcase something, and people literally when they watch your short, they basically listen to your music, to the music that is playing. You know what I mean? Enjoying it. Sometimes if the content is good, they enjoy the content, but most time they will listen to the music or so forth. You know what I mean? So do what you gotta do, and so forth. Because you're young, if you're a young YouTuber and you're working to build your content, you're gonna have to tap into all the market that are out there. And YouTube have some nice features now for shorts that it is so beautiful now. Before, only thing I noticed with YouTube, with the shorts. You know how you could have put 15 minutes or 3 minutes? You can, I don't see that again. I only see where they have the star and you can click on it to play music, add your own music, or so forth, or create a background, or so forth. And then you sometimes it require you to do, depending on the background you use. Sometimes it require you to do what do you call it? A screen where you in at the middle or something, or so forth. Even though it's AI you use or so. So do what you have to do to show up for yourself. Because mind you, is not everybody gonna have the ability to come out with a content that stick like glue to somebody. You know what I mean? So do what you have to do to make up, so you can get your subscriber out there or anything. Some people are just naturally good at what they're doing, and that's right across the board. Even in our workplace, some people are just naturally good at what they're doing, and some people they have to learn it. You understand? Some of us we have to learn things. Nothing wrong with you learning. The more you learn it, then you will craft it later on. You know what I mean? It's the only difference is when you learn something is that you have to learn to apply it. Because learning something is one thing, but if we're not applying it, then it can be a challenge. You understand? And I can speak. I'm speaking from experience. When learning something, nothing wrong with learning, but it's you have to apply it. You understand? You can learn something, but are you applying it? Are you applying what you learn? Or are you applying what you have learned? So you have to apply it. Applying is very important. Don't just learn this stuff, but also apply it if you know how. If you don't know how, then it's going to be harder. It will take a little time. You know what I mean? So I understand all of that, and that's why I said use the other things to make you up, to push yourself out there, and for people to see you in different ways. You know what I mean? Your silly ways, your funny ways, your dancing ways, your cooking ways, whatever it is that you are doing. You know what I mean? Make use of the platform, because they have so many resources out there now to make use of the platform until you can figure out how to master the craft of what you need to do. All right? Or what you need to do. So anyway, family, your girl not gonna stay another minute, another time, because I gotta go get my son up and I gotta go get them start out so I can take him to his game today, and then I might have to go washing. Yesterday I wanted to go washing. I lay on that floor yesterday. It was a feeling so wonderful. I feel much better today in myself. So go with grace, grow with grace, and don't give up. And to everybody who's being monetized or getting partially monetized or monetized, I want to say congratulations to you all. And for everybody who's on that road working on their 3,000 watch time to get partially monetized, or working on their 4,000 watch time to get monetized, don't give up. You gotta keep going. And when one of the thing I also learned, when you don't have a 5-star content and you want to get monetized because you get your 1,000 subscribers, it's best to show up as often as possible, because if you don't have a 5-star content where people want to really sit down and tune in for long, you might want to show up every day so that you can clock those 1 hour, those what I call it 0.64 watch time. That's what Queen sees. So you might want to do that so that people can get to recognize you and know who you are, or so forth. Don't just fade away and come back, fade away. You know what I mean? So do what is best for you. I only can say that if you don't have those 5-star content, you can't linger for long, because then the more you linger, then the more people think you're not serious. You know what I mean? So you don't want to linger when you're building your watch time, because the more you show up, also people will show up every day. I guarantee you, people will show up every day to help you. But if you this minute you're here, next minute you close your shop, then bad business. You know what I mean? You close today, you open tomorrow, then you close the next day, then you open tomorrow, and you gotta keep going. You know what I mean? You gotta be consistent in order for you to get those watch hours. When you're working for watch hours, it's not for you to, acting like you already get the watch hours. It's for you to get the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. If every 1 minute of watch time you get, that is adding to something you didn't have. You know what I mean? So get the ball rolling. You can be working on watch time and playing around with your watch time. Plus, you have the time when you need to get monetized. Where meaning, if you don't, then you're gonna start all halfway over again. So you gotta bear that in mind. So make sure you are showing up and be consistent. You don't have to come on for a whole hour. You don't have to come on for a whole 2 hour, 3 hour to work on your watch time. You can just show up. All right, let's say you're at the crossroad where you said that you have a goal and you're going to do this. All these people that monetize that I personally know, majority of them, they show up every day. They never miss a day when they're working for that watch hour. They show up every day, at least 2 3 times for the day they were showing up. Morning, some of them show up in the morning, some of them show up in the lunchtime, some of them show up in the dinner time. So if you have to do it like that to work on your watch time, you're going to have to do it. You know what I mean? And that way people get to know you and see you all the time. So let's say they people on the internet searching every day. Every day you have new people coming on the internet every single day, whether they are supporters, they're watchers, or they're people who want to have a channel. They're coming, and when they see you growing, they want to grow with you. They want to help you take you to the next level. But if you're not consistent with how you take yourself to the next level, it will be harder for them to be consistent as well with you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to keep going. You know, you don't have to be on the internet every day, but if you're working for your watch time, baby, I would recommend you clock in every day. Show up every day. Every day. Especially if you tell yourself, say, you know what, let me challenge myself to see if I can get that 4,000 watch time. Show up every day. Don't play around. Show up every day. The only difference is when you're gonna show up, make sure you have something coming with to talk about or so forth. You know what I mean? Are you gonna do some cooking? Are you gonna do whatever you're gonna do? You're gonna go on a nature walk, or you're gonna go on a bike ride, you're gonna go to the park, whatever you're gonna do, show up. You're working on those watch time is not for you to take breaks, because those breaks gonna hurt you. You gotta be consistent when you're working for your watch time, and people will show up. If it were 3 minutes of watch time you're getting, that's adding to your basket. You know what I mean? So if you show up, let's say you show up this morning and you get 2 minutes of watch time, and you get 1 minute of watch time. Then you show up a little later again and you get, say, 3 minutes of watch time. So 2 minutes this morning and 3 minutes. That's 5 minutes. You understand? Then you show up again later on and you get maybe say 7 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So however they come, they still add up. Those little numbers add up. You might not see them adding up, but they do add up. Add up. So I'm saying if you don't have a 5-star content, but you get your 1,000 subscribers and you're working for your watch time, at least if you want to show up for 3 times a day, I can tell people what to do. I'm just making suggestions because I did it and it worked for me. When I start get my 0.64 watch time and I talk about it and people start showing up, I get 1 minute of watch time the next day. Then I start get 2 minutes. Then I start get 3 minutes. Then I start get 4 minutes. And in the last half, I'm getting 11 minutes. I'm getting 12 minutes. Exactly. Because I was consistent. Every day I was consistently showing up. Sometimes they give me 7 minutes because I talked about it. You understand? And I showed up every day and I was consistent. And I tell you, people was just there. And I come off live and I say, I did not have this much people in the live, but the people who are, that's why you see silent watchers, me have to say, big up to you. Big up on yourself. Because the people was in the background probably put me, because I tell people all the time, I chat a lot. Put me on mute if you're gonna support me. And they put me on mute and they watch me. And I want to say a big shout out to all of you, even though you didn't see them in the comment section. One day I got off live and I think I only had maybe about say 5 or 6 people was on my live, and when I got off live I had 12 minutes of watch time. So it goes to show that people are there to support you. They don't have to present themselves, say, hey, I'm here all the time, because they know what you want. You say, I'm in the background, yes, snap back, thank you so much. You know what I mean? So they're showing up. But if you're not consistent, it's gonna be taken away from you. So if you show up, let's say you're working on your watch time and you say, you know what, I can do this. You show up 3 times for the day. I'm just suggesting, so you don't have to do it. You show up 3 times for the day because you got to get your watch time. Now you say, all right, then you need your watch time before next month, and you start beat it. You start beat it. If you tell, you gotta give yourself time. Beat it. Tell yourself, all right, three. I gotta show up, and you show up and said, all right, 10, 10, 100. You know what I mean? So if you show up 3 times for the day and then you get 10 minutes of watch time, that's $10 out of the way there. So it's like DoorDash, you get a $10 order. You say, all right, if I get another $10 order, that's $20 order. You see what I'm saying? That's $20 you have in your pocket right there. Boom, quick. You get another $10 order. That's $30 right there, quick and fun. So you show up and you say, all right, then I'm gonna be here on here for an hour. You be on there for the hour and then you get off. Or you say, all right, then I'm going to show up and be here for 30 minutes. Even when I did my 30 minutes videos, when I got off, I said 3 minutes of watch time or so forth. And I think if I had announced that I was only going to be there for 30 minutes, then the people would have come in earlier and they would have stick around more. But then when they know that Resilient Queen chat so much, they might come in and go out. You see what I'm saying? But when I start to say I'm going to only be here for so and so, the people them show up. So working for watch time, you gotta be consistent so that people will support you for you. Because people will literally support you for getting your watch time. Some people just don't want to comment, but they will literally support you because you ask a watch time. You didn't ask a comment, you ask a watch time. You understand? People will comment to say, hey, I'm here, just letting you know I'm here and I'm in the background or so forth. But if you say you want watch time, they're going to show up. But you gotta be consistent. Don't just show up and then you don't show up and then you don't show up. You gotta show up. And I encourage anybody, if you're working for what time, show up every day. Show up every day. You know, once you get that watch time, then you can always find ways to do something different now, and then people can say, all right, then you go back to your regular schedule. But you're working on those watch time, you gotta show up. Because what happened when you don't show up and you're working for your watch time? You lose out and a few watch time and your watch time can drop. But when you're being consistent, your watch time will go up. But when you're not consistent, your watch time will drop. You see the arrow, they have arrows. You understand? Just like your views. Your views can drop when you're not having the content that you used to have. Your views drop. You understand? Same thing with everything you're doing. You understand? So showing up with your watch, and you gotta be consistent with it, and people will come on and watch you. Get your brothers or your sisters or whosoever you can get that is not when you go on, they be on there with you. Also, and if they can't get you, show for yourself. You know, have you something going for yourself and keep going. But if you're working on watch time, I would encourage you to miss no day going forward. It's just work on your watch time. Because you're working on your watch time, and if people show up or so and they're willing to stick around, when you get off your live, if you get 2 minutes of watch time, then you go back and look at later and you get 3 minutes of watch time. That's 5 minutes of watch time. You understand? Then you go on again late at night or whatever you want to go on, and you might get 5 6 hours of watch time. Add that to your five again, and that's 12 minutes of watch time you get right there. You know what I mean? So if you start calculate the maths for yourself and say, that's when I start calculate the maths, and that's when you start going. And if you show up 7 days a week and you get 10 minutes of watch time per day, that's 70 minutes of watch time basically right there, right? Because if you show up 3 times a day and you get those kind of watch time, and you get 10 minutes. In a day, you get 10 minutes of watch time. If you show up 3 times or so. Then yeah, you don't need to do no 2 3 hour. You can do just 1 hour. But if you don't consistent with your watch time, it's gonna drop. Because there was nothing a bank in. You didn't bank no watch time. You see what I'm saying? Because you didn't show up, so you didn't have anything to bank from yesterday or today. You didn't have nothing banking in the watch time in basket. But once you show up, you guarantee to have something bank. If it was 0.64 watch time, you will have to bank. You understand me? So if you're working on watch time, you gotta be consistent, because it will be difficult to come by when you're not consistent. But if you're consistent, it's not gonna be difficult. You just have to start calculate. When you get off, let's say today you start to pay attention to your watch time. So let's say you go live today, and when you get off watch time, You say, all right, then you get 6 minutes of watch time. Then, just hypothetically speaking, you get 6 minutes of watch time. You could jot that watch time down or mark it on your calendar. So going forward, you say, all right, so if I go live again today again, let's say you go twice a day and you get 10 minutes watch time. So if you count by 100, 10, 10, 100, right? So if you start doing it like that to take your 1,000, let's say you need 1,000 more. Let's say you get 3,000 watch hours a year. You need 1,000 more to get where you need to get. It's possible you can get it. You just gotta keep counting down. It's something you get little over the 10 hour in 10 minutes of watch time. But if you count it like that, then you can take it down. 10, 10, 100. And if you do it weekly, every week you show up 10, 10, 100. You're really knocking down that one. If you get 3,000 watch hours and you're working to get the rest, you're really knocking down that 1,000 in no time. You understand? In no time you're gonna knock that 1,000 watch hours out. But you gotta show up at least. If you want, especially if you don't have a 5-star content, you want to show up at least maybe 2 to 3 times to get that watch time. A lot of people I know monetize. They were beating 24 hours in the day. They weren't playing. They were beating 24 hours. They were going hard at it, hard at it. And many of us know some of these people. They were going hard at it till they get monetized. Hard. They never lose a break. They never lose. They never give up. Every day they were on. They never lose a break. And it worked for them. Me, when I become inconsistent with getting my watch time, I said, listen, I'm not giving up. Some days I couldn't see my YouTube studio, it blurry, meaning it's a white screen I'm looking at. And I say, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to pop up every day. Some days I don't know what number I have. I don't know where I'm at in my watch time journey. And I just keep going because I know I had a goal. So beat that watch time to get that watch time. When you get that watch time, you don't have to work as hard as you would, but show up every day. I would encourage that because watch time is not some. When you're not consistent with your watch time, it's dropping. So show up, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Show up every day. 7 days of the week, you show up. You don't have to even spend a whole hour. You can even spend 30 minutes. You just announce, hey, I'm spending 30 minutes on here as I'm working on my watch time. And you spend your 30 minutes, make sure you have little content to talk about or little motivational for somebody, uplift somebody, encourage somebody. You know what I mean? Little laughter, whatever you have, put it out there. Don't just say I'm working on my watch time, but you're not putting on. Put something out there so people can stick around and want to listen and want to hear what you have to say. Can you be surprised somebody out there want to hear what you got to say? Whether they care enough to about what you have to say or they just want to support you. You know what I mean? Somebody want to support you, they don't care. But you got to show up. Don't drop your watch time because you think that you're coming on the internet too much. It's your work. Every business place that you see out here, they might close one time out of the year, maybe certain holidays or so. But they show up every day, right? YouTube is the same way. It's a job. You gotta show up for your watch time. When you get your watch time and you're fully monetized now, then you won't have to do all of that. But you have a goal now to meet. So you gotta, in order to meet that goal, you gotta be consistent. All right. So I think I repeat myself so much now. So I'm gonna close it off right now. And I'm just saying, grow with grace and show for yourself. Clock in. You don't clock into your job, your watch time not gonna be rolling. Your subscriber count not gonna be rolling if that's what you're looking for or whatever you're looking for. Know what you're looking for in these streets. And for everybody working towards their watch time, be consistent. Show up. Check your number when you get off the live and say, all right, then start have a mental map in your head to say, all right, I get 3 minutes of watch time now. So that means if I go on look later, I probably can clock another 2-3 minutes, and that's 6 minutes of, you know what I mean. And if you go on look later again, do what you gotta do. You just show up and just, if say for 1 hour, if you have people that, if you have a content and it grabbing the people's attention or so, then you might want to stay a little longer just to accommodate those people that just come in and holding a good vibe with you and all of that. But if nobody not interacting with you or you're not engaged with no one and you're just talking like what I'm doing now, then you can say, all right, then this is where I'm going to leave it also. But if you have people that is engaged with you and keeping the chat going and holding it down with you, they're telling you that, hey, we helping you what your watch time. You know what I mean? So you read all the comments and just keep going. Make sure you're reading all the comments and keep going and shouting out these people, you know. Like how we have the top number one spot up in here. We have WNC, we have Snapback Vibes, and we have Enjoy with Naomi. We have all the top three fans up in here today. We have the likers, we have the sharers, we have the commenters, we have the well wishers, we have the subscribers, we have everybody that coming in to stop and say, shout out Resilient Queen. We see you, we hear you, we there, but we are run out, we gone. All right, so until then, I'm out. So hope that helped for anybody working on watch time. Be consistent, and the more you're consistent, the more your watch time go up. All right, so until then, walk good, manners, love, and respect. Thank you all so very much for your love and support. Peace out. All right, I'm here.